quite honestly, I don't get it. There was a time when Kerry Von Erich and Michael P.S. Hayes wouldn't walk across the street to slap each other in the face. But now there's Von Erich saying, I got my best friend in here with me tonight.
Well, I don't know what happened there, but sometimes situations change things. I'm going to say one thing. This is a very, very unusual match. This would be a hard match to book anywhere in the world. And here we're getting it right here tonight.
Well, you're going to see action like this on the AWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling. As we said, for the greatest athletes in the sport today. There he is, Michael Purely Sixy Hayes. His partner, the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich. On the other side of the ring, the Boogie Woogie Man, handsome Jimmy Valiant, the King Jerry Lawler. And Michael Hayes trying to, even before the bell rings, Ray, seem to get the crowd into this match.
Well, absolutely. Well, the crowd's got to be in this match with these four guys in it.
Yep.
It's gonna turn out to be an interesting match. I'm wondering if they're just gonna get down and grind it out, or if they're gonna get hot and start punching each other around.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. The only one that's really a tag team champion that's in this match is that man right there, Michael P.S. Hayes. He's one half of the Texas, the WCCW tag team champions, he and Steve Cox. Mostly Von Erich, he's made his name as a singles champion. Certainly Jerry the King Lawler, the AWA heavyweight champion of the world. And the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, he's held a number of regional titles as a singles wrestler. So it's going to be interesting to see these guys locked up in tag team competition.
Yes, the tag team wrestling is surely a little different from what all these guys are used to. I mean, they can handle it, but they're used to going out there one-on-one. So this ought to turn out to be a very interesting type match.
Well, here you've got two champions right now, the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, the King, Jerry Lawler, starting out for their respective teams. Look at the look of intensity already on Jerry the King Lawler's face. He knows what it's all about to go collar and elbow with Kerry Von Erich, I guarantee you. Into the ropes. Look at Von Erich just power his way back and throw the King across the ring.
Well, I think that Jerry Lawler expects to be overpowered. You can tell the look in his face that he knows he's got a bigger man, a stronger man in there. So he's going to have to use a lot of strategy on Kerry Von Erich.
Oh, in the parlance of bodybuilding, you look at Kerry Von Erich, and guys will say, this kid is ripped. He's cut to ribbons. He is shredded. Look at the definition on the body of Kerry Von Erich. There's Michael P.S. Hayes. We'll have a look at Von Erich in just a second. There he is. Look at the body on this young man. Wow.
And he's a monster, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not only is he big, but he's big. He's tall. Kerry Von Erich, make no mistake about it. What's Kerry, about 6'3", 6'4"? He's a big kid.
Very big. I don't know exactly how tall he is, but I know he's a monster.
Yep.
You get in that ring and look across, and you wonder what you're doing in there with somebody like that.
Well, one thing you can be sure of, and that is Jerry the King Lawler knows what he is doing in there. The heavyweight champion of the world, a shoulder tackle, and down goes Von Erich. And he popped him, Ray. Look at the King strutting around a little bit, taking a page right out of Von Erich's book. Trying to psych him out a little bit.
A little intimidation there.
Little low five, little butt bumping. You know, I wonder if referee Frank Morrell could say, wait a minute, you guys tagged off. I guess not. Gonna let Lawler stay in there. I mean, he did actually slap off to Jimmy Valiant. Morrell could have said, hold on now, you made a tag. I think he knew they were just shucking the job a little bit.
That's interesting. All the tag team wrestling I've done all my life, I just wonder if you make a tag, if the other guy has to come in.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if Frank wasn't going to say, all right, you guys tagged off. I think he knew that they were just sort of high-fiving each other. Von Erich doesn't seem too anxious to lock it up with the King. Here we go. Collar and elbow, into the ropes we go, into the turnbuckle. Referee calling for a break. Let's see if Lawler gives him a clean break. Oh, right hand by Jerry Lawler. Discus punch by Kerry Von Erich. Whoa, and down goes Lawler.
That big punch with that forearm, too, will jar you from your nose to your toes.
Oh, I'm telling you. Into the ropes goes Jerry the King Lawler. Von Erich going to set him up for the pile driver. Frank Morrell waving it off. Right hand.
The reason he waved that off, the pile driver was illegal in a lot of places.
Yep. And here we are in Louisville, Kentucky. We've already seen a situation when we were in Nashville, Tennessee. The Tennessee State Athletic Commission had outlawed the pile driver. Frank Morrell, the referee, telling Kerry Von Erich the same thing holds true in Kentucky. Sorry, young man, that is an illegal move in the state of Kentucky. A very heads-up move by Frank Morrell, literally saving the match for Kerry Von Erich, saying, don't do it, I'll have to disqualify you. So it was a very good move by referee Frank Morrell.
The reason that thing is outlawed in a lot of places, there's been so many neck injuries, bad neck injuries from that pile driver that a lot of commissioners just outlawed it entirely. And I don't know whether it's good or whether it's bad when the pile driver's been around for ever since day one, and I like to use it. In fact, I used it a lot when I was wrestling. But however, I think that they don't really want to see anybody hurt that bad.
Small package by Von Erich. He's got Lawler. Lawler's got his foot over the rope. Now we should, in fact, tell the fans, Ray, that the pile driver is a legal move by the AWA. It's perfectly legal. Lawler down for the cover, too. And Von Erich with his foot over the rope. But the AWA traveling all over the world, and these athletes are subject to the rules of the various athletic commissions. Big right hand by Von Erich.
That's very true, Lee. When we go to different countries and stuff, and the rules are completely different, it takes a while to get acclimated to the different rules and what you can do and what you can't do.
Yep. Oh, Von Erich telegraphed that. Lawler with that big boot right into the face of Kerry Von Erich. And that's why you need an experienced referee like a Frank Morrell. Like I said, I think Morrell literally saved the match for Kerry Von Erich at that point because Kerry would have been disqualified. Both of them throwing right hands. And they both connected. Down go Lawler, down goes Von Erich. Michael P.S. Hayes trying to get Von Erich to come on up, shake the cobwebs out, son. Save the handsome one. Jimmy Valiant telling Lawler, come on, King, get up, get up, get up. Boy, they're both dazed.
Yes, they are. You could see the pain in both their faces when they were down. Just pure guts are coming back up.
Lawler says, come on, Kerry. Let's get it on. Frank Morrell saying, all right, boys, come on. You know better than that. Open those fists up. I don't want to make more of this than it is, Ray, but so far, Frank Morrell has done one of the outstanding jobs of refereeing a professional wrestling match that I've seen in some time.
Well, he's a former great wrestler, and he knows how to handle people in that ring, and he does a good job. He's a big, tough man, and there's not too many people going to give him a bad time.
It's tough to get in there with four guys of this caliber. The modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, Jerry Lawler, Michael P.S. Hayes, the Boogie Woogie Man, handsome Jimmy Valiant. Oh, my! What a drop kick by Von Erich. Down for the cover goes Von Erich. Hayes saying, get down there. Count him out. 2. Lawler kicks out into 2 count. Michael Hayes says, Frank, I don't like your cadence. Come on. You're a little slow there. He really wasn't. Double drop kick. It's like these guys are thinking on the same wavelength. They both throw right hands at the same time. You just saw them both throw flying drop kicks at the same time. 2 great athletes, 2 great champions. Tag made. Lawler tags off to handsome Jimmy Valiant. Von Erich able to make the tag off. Here comes Michael P.S. Hayes.
People are going crazy when Jimmy Valiant comes in this ring here. I'll tell you, this is an exciting match.
Oh, yeah.
Great action.
Not only are these 2 outstanding athletes, but you're looking at 2 of the most charismatic men ever to put on a pair of wrestling tights. Handsome Jimmy Valiant and Michael P.S. Hayes. Blocked by Hayes. Another block by Hayes. Oh, mule kick. Oh, boy. Michael Hayes could join the Vienna Boys Choir at this point. Yikes. Right into Lawler's boot. So far, Jimmy Valiant having his way with Michael Hayes, but Michael answering back with a pair of right hands. Jimmy goes out of the ring, says, wait a minute. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. You can get away with that with 99% of the athletes in this sport, but maybe Michael P.S. Hayes is the 1% you can't do something like that with.
That's true, but you're going to watch Jimmy Valiant too because he might be playing possum out there a little bit.
Jimmy Valiant and Michael Hayes both outside of the ring. Frank Morrell still putting the count on him. I think they've lost track of where they are. They're just throwing punches at each other. All 4 men now outside of the ring.
They're trying to make an effort to get back in there.
Well, there's the bell. I think they just lost track of where they were.
Absolutely.
Frank Morrell waving it off. I think we've got a double count out here.
They lost it there for a second. They forgot about that count.
Absolutely. If you look at referee Frank Morrell, he's showing all 10 fingers, said, I went to 10, guys. I counted. You didn't hear me. I counted you both out. There he is. And listen, 10, that's all you get. And there's Lawler choosing off Von Erich. Von Erich shoving back. These guys don't want to end it. Right hand, oh my! Nobody can throw a right hand like Jerry Lawler, unless, of course, it's Kerry Von Erich. And they're just rolling around going at it. Von Erich and Lawler, two great champions, two great athletes, and they just want to prove who's the better man.
These two guys at all.
And there you got Michael P.S. Hayes and Jimmy Valiant chucking right hands at each other. Oh, Kerry Von Erich. He just worked for free tonight. There goes that strap, and you see Jerry Lawler drop the strap. He's going downtown, left, left, left. I'll tell you, if this was a prize fight, they'd have to stop it on cuts. Lawler's got Von Erich in big trouble. Referee's got to get in there before Von Erich is hurt.
He's down. Looks like he is down for the count.
Well, it's obvious that Jerry Lawler